Welcome, Anime Lately podcast listeners and YouTube podcast watchers, to another episode of the Anime Lately podcast. I'm your host, Sam the Manga Man, and here with me are my Brotakus. Introducing first, the Game Master. We call him Jon Snow, not because he knows nothing, but because he resurrected from the dead. He is the director of anime, Mr. King of Games himself, and newly appointed the Magic the Gathering King, Rayapollo. Our next co-host is a demon in the Black Clover community. He has an unquenchable love for Trigon, Dr. Stone, and One Piece. The intellectual, sensational, immortal, mythical, legendary Vash, Miguel Last not least, but our special guest. He is a collector of light novels. You might know him from the Schmonos or from Geeks and Gamers, but he's a good friend of ours. He's a special guest to us. Please welcome Josh.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Hey, how's everybody doing here?
Great.
We have a good friend here, Josh, here to as a good guest here. So James couldn't
Welcome,
make it.
Josh.
He's sick.
Yeah, he ain't feeling well.
Yeah. Or maybe Jon Snow kill him. Sorry, Ray, you had to kill him
Why would I do that?
because you're Jon Snow.
If anybody's gonna kill him, it's gonna be you because you hate from Woman Rider. Okay. Think about that. That's true. Yeah.
So, guys, for those who don't know, we're gonna be doing we're gonna do an interview for Josh. First and foremost, Josh, can you please tell us about yourself?
I'm a 21-year-old current university student, just in my last year of undergrad,
Nice.
and yeah, a pretty big fan of anime manga. Otherwise, I would not be here.
Definitely true.
Yes. I fell off the anime train for a few years because there was, like, I admit I got burned out, but then 2017 started getting back into the swing of things. Started with your basics again, Fullmetal Alchemist, Death Note, just like, and those are really good, like, not just gateway anime for new fans, but old fans trying to find their way back into the swing of things. Then the magical key was My Hero Academia. I watched the first episode of that, and I really liked it. And I watched the second episode right after. I was in fucking tears. I was bawling. I was like, okay, this is different. And then from there, I got back in the swing of things, and I started watching a lot of really good shows. Seasonally, I got Crunchyroll and Funimation subscriptions back. We don't have VRV up here, so
That must suck. But would you say My Hero is what got you back interested in anime and manga back into yourself, since you said that you was in a drench of being burnt out? So would you say My Hero right now is your current favorite, or do you have a current favorite anime right now still?
I think my current, like, it's always the one I go back to simply because I'm so attached to the characters. But I think the manga can, like, it never gets bad, like I've seen some people suggest, but it does go in some different directions, and on the student side of things, it's not as satisfying anymore, as it just starts to establish more of the world. So I found myself more partial to the seasonal anime that will pop up, and then I'll go back and read the manga recommended to me. Now, my favorites this year are, like, pretty far away from being like your typical shonen stuff. Vinland Saga, which is my number one, and Doro, which was really surprising and really strong, and both of those anime being licensed by Amazon for global streaming.
Agree.
Like, say what you will about the company, but like, they do have some good picks, I'm gonna admit.
That's facts. Very true.
They've got some smart people over there running that.
Well, so Vinland Saga is your all-time favorite anime?
My favorite this year. I'd say my favorite overall, call me basic, it's still Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, because I know that's the one everyone says, but really, just from a story perspective, it builds and builds and builds. It develops each individual character so well, and it's written by an actual woman. So the female characters aren't just, they aren't subjected to this male gaze. They're all really badass, and they all get their time in the sun. Uh, and by the end of it, like, you realize how many psychological and ideological parallels are running with each of the different characters, and it's hard not to fall in love with it all over again once you reach the end.
Cool. Great choice. Great pick. My number one as well. What is your least favorite anime that you can't get into?
That I can't get into?
Yes.
Like for me, an anime I cannot get into, and I think it's trash. I've tried many
Death
times.
Note.
Thank you, Ray. Death Note. It's trash. I hate it.
I know my friends, so that's why I can say that.
Oh yeah, thank you. We all know our friends here, definitely. And I love you, James. I know you very well as well, and you're definitely editing. So I know you'll hear this. But Josh, what is your anime that you cannot get into, like myself? That Death Note's trash. What is yours?
Mine. Oh God. I'm gonna be honest. I stay away from bad anime.
That's a good excuse. That's a good excuse. Not watching bad animes. That's a good one.
I don't mean to be pedantic and say well, I don't really miss my time.
I mean, nothing wrong with saying you only like to watch the stuff that you like to watch. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Like, I guess the closest would be the Black Clover sub, but that's because Austin's voice is fucking terrible.
Ooh.
It's terrible.
The
dub's good, because the story is actually good. It's just that the voice direction, the Japanese side of the show, at least for where I started.
Oh yeah, no. I would say where you started, the first 12 episodes or 20 episodes, I get it, because Ray has tried to watch the sub as well, and it's not that great. Ray didn't like either.
I can't watch. Yeah, I can't watch it.
The sub is not great either. I understand, because it's not. But I would say that the sub does improve after the first 20 episodes. The voice actor of the sub does know how to direct their voice of Asta, Noel, looking them much better. They improve like so much better. Like me watching episode 1 to 100 right now, and watching episode 100, 109, and all those, the voice actors have done a better job. I've actually gotten a bit emotional in the past couple episodes. Animation still trash, but that's not the conversation. I'm talking about the sub. So I do understand where you're coming from, because the sub did turn me off, because Asta yelling was horrible, really hurt my ears a bit sometimes. So I do understand where you're coming from, Josh.
Yeah, I'm partially deaf, so I treasure what hearing I left. And if you're gonna fucking infringe upon that, go fuck yourself, please.
Understand.
And it's pretty good. All right, no Black Clover anime. Got you.
Some version.
It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, guys, we are to start on let's do what we usually do: our weekly anime watchings and our manga readings. Let's start with our usual number one, Dr. Stone, episode 19.
Usually I go first. By the way, guys, Josh hasn't seen Dr. Stone, but we will still talk about it briefly. And this episode 19 was very good, was enjoyable. I like what happened. My man Suska is about to wreak some havoc into into the kingdom of science. I'm very excited for next episode. Totally blind, so I thought somebody was gonna die in this episode. Like, nobody better die.
I mean, people did die. Like 3 grunts, but not important people, but still death.
People,
they definitely died.
Exactly.
Well, you know, guys, what I meant. The main cast, the people I care about. Those grunts, nobody cares about. He literally pushed them down. What he should have done is kick one out, then kill one out like 2 hours later to make sure the poison's out. But
I wanted them all to die anyway. It was fine. It was okay.
They're not important. They're just all meatheads. They could die. No brains.
But overall, the episode was very good. I enjoyed it very much. I was definitely thrilled. I was entertained, so I was very happy about that.
Tell me the creepy dude who was trying to marry the bloodshed daughter and trying to scheme his way. Tell me he died, because he was, even after his turn, I didn't like him. It was please die.
So I'll tell you this. This is the one that my wife has managed to sit down and watch most of with me, which has been kind of crazy. Like it's the only one. Has been Doctor Stone. Like she's seen more Doctor Stone than anything else this year. And like every time we finish it, I'm just like, you like? She's like, yeah, it's okay. Like, cause Doctor Stone it does two things. It entertains and it's fun. Like that, it does those two things. I will say there was one. This was the first time that this has happened in Doctor Stone, where they did something in anime where they didn't explain it, and I was like, what? No, what are you doing? And it was with the new girl. I don't remember what her name is, but the pink lady, the Pink Ranger. So I'm gonna call her now.
Her name is Homura.
Yes, and she all of a sudden they're at the science camp, and she creates a wall of fire, and I go, wait. Come on. Like, I know you like this is anime, but like you've been so good about explaining everything and nobody's been able to do something ridiculous like that. But now this person can create walls of fire. Okay. So for a brief second, my immersion was ruined. But
understandable.
Overall, still just super solid, super fun. I'll talk about it when we get to the manga section, but yeah.
Yes, you have read ahead. I was told. I was
not very far, but
that'll be me at the end of this year because I can wait patiently. I'm very excited, and I want to be blind for the last 5 episodes, so I'm very happy about that. But what I also enjoyed was next week, or maybe in the next couple episodes, we're gonna see Taiju and his girl, so I'm very excited about that.
I was excited about that too. I was like, finally! I actually kind of miss you.
But what turned me off, well, kind of turned more Sam off, but got me more curious. It was the power of communication. Cause like, oh, communication is a power tool, but how can you use it in this? I'm really curious to see how.
I mean, I wasn't turned off by it. Like
it just wasn't as exciting as you thought, right?
No, communication is the right key for it. In war times, if you can actually transfer information from back and forth of whatever distance, you have the lead, you have control, and you have the lead of the armies. That's why there's always like those first scouts to check out the areas first, so they can reach back, communicate, and that way you can strategize and maneuver a different way. That's how you win battles.
Agreed.
So like,
knowledge is power. Yeah. So I mean, that's what they're going for. They know they don't have the numbers.
And Gen's reaction saying, "Wait, are we about to make an atomic bomb?" He's like, "No, we're not there yet." I love Gen's reaction. Like, "Wait, are you talking about nuclear?" Like, I love the way Gen. He's like, "Are we there yet?" His reaction was
not even close, kid.
If anything, you use nuclear for power and energy.
Yeah,
but not explosives.
Definitely.
Oh man, but no, it's heating up. Like it's getting kind of crazy, and I don't know. Dr. Stone is just, if one thing, this is the one anime that's been very consistent all year long.
True.
And I appreciate the heck out of that.
Agreed. So, it's been so entertaining, and I can't wait for the end of the year to be on the same boat as Ray and start reading it, because I really want to start reading it, and I'm holding myself until the end of the year. I'm just waiting for that 24 episodes to be done, have it edited, have it out that day, and then start reading it right after. Like, all right, guys, I'll see you reading all the next 60 pages here that I'm supposed to read. Yeah, that's what I'm excited for, some Dr. Stone.
Definitely, for sure. It's really good right now, and like Ray said, it's very consistent and very knowledgeable. Still learning and very crafty. And I'm wondering, like, because you see the whole blueprints of plan of how they're gonna create the communication, and I actually see they're actually literally going to make a circuit board. I'm like, where are you gonna get?
I saw that too, and I was like,
where are you gonna get all that? Wait. It's more making a circuit board is a lot more complicated than you think.
I also love those diagrams. Those diagrams also give you kind of a path on how, like, it shows you how the episodes are going to work going forward, which is really cool. It's like it gives you an idea of what we're going to run into as we go forward, which I like. It lays it out right there in front of you. Dr. Stone is smart, like in every sense. It's a smart game.
So what Ray's saying is that it teaches you better than high school. So watch Dr. Stone and don't go to school.
Don't say that. Stay in school, kids. Don't do drugs.
Yeah, stay school, watch some anime, read some mangas, and get by your day. Maybe you'll pass science class after watching Dr. Stone.
I will say that it might help you remember some stuff that you normally would not have remembered by studying the traditional way.
That's true.
That I definitely agree with.
Yeah, one thing I've been thankful for Dr. Stone just existing because it's turned Oceanus into a completely different person. Every time I go onto his Twitter feed, it's like, he starts cracking me up with these fucking gorilla tweets.
Oh yeah, those animation shots are very hilarious. The way they do it very well. So I do agree on that. It'd be very well done.
I will. Oh, so one last thing about Dr. Stone. The manga and the anime are almost picture perfect.
Really? Because
Yes.
that's really rare. Because usually we always have the manga looking so much better.
It is almost
anime
picture.
drawing.
They are almost exactly the same.
I would disagree with that slightly because our manga drawing and art reminds me of good as Vinland Saga to the animation, where Dr. Stone is more closer to how Vinland Saga manga and animation is, but I feel like the art is better, but it's slightly much closer to each other. So I do.
I mean, I'm gonna disagree with you just flat out and say that the manga looks fantastic and the anime looks just as good as the manga. I will say that the anime looks like a more refined version of the manga. Like it's really well done. Like if you look at the art style for the manga and then you watch the anime, it's like, oh shit, this looks almost exactly the same.
I'll be the judge of that. I'll start the manga.
I was the judge of that, and I was shocked at how good that was. I was very shocked. I will say that the first thing I noticed, I told my wife, is that they toned down the bust size for all the female characters in the anime.
They did,
which usually does not happen, but I do appreciate that. So
appreciate that.
Uichi goes really crazy with his female designs.
It's really does. He really does. No, he really does. I read his previous series too, and
like I don't really mind fan service too much, unless it's
except when it's too much.
Yeah, unless it's distracting.
Unless it's Fire Force. Right, because Fire Force gets that weird fan service at the wrong opportunities.
I will say the last few episodes have been fantastic.
Oh yeah, the last few episodes have been amazing.
They've been really good.
Anyway, so since Miguel brought it up, let's go straight into the Fire Force episode 16.
This one I have seen.
So then you can start it off.
Josh, start it off. What do you think of episode 16? What have you thought about the series?
Fire Force itself, once again, Arthur steals the show. It's just every time he goes on his fucking nice dick, and it's like, and he busted out the costume, and he's going up against Giovanni, and he's saying all this stupid shit with interchange with the attacks with the sword. Just a really fun character. Now the series overall, it's gotten some flack for kind of not being so great on the story side of things. But I'm going to be honest, I think that the animation really does make up for that. Like the actual world building itself is top notch. Like honestly, just the lore with the fire religion and the empire and like these different factions in Japan, like some are more traditionally Japanese and others more kind of imbibe the Western aspect of the world that's kind of fallen to fire, and just the sense of danger is real with the infernals, like the bugs, like any one of these people can just turn crazy in an instant. And then there's the greater threat with the evangelist, which like I'm seeing some of the Soul Eater vibes through there.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so it's got my attention, honestly. There are much worse shows you could be watching. And I thought the twists of this episode were surprising. And yeah, it's just been really, really solid over the past few weeks.
My favorite part about this episode, I had to say, the donkey. The donkey was my favorite part of the episode.
Oh,
the donkey on Arthur's crotch.
No, not that. It's the expression that the animation team. I don't know how they did it in the manga, and they did the same going back to each panel. But the animation team kick it up a notch. Every time there was a creative reaction, donkey. The sound of the donkey, Arthur, donkey. Arthur, donkey, and I love it. That was my favorite part of the episode. I was cracking up with Sam during our reaction. I was having a great time. I felt like I was watching some type of stand-up comedy, watching Arthur fail, and doing his whole lightsaber attack was pretty awesome. I gotta admit, that was pretty cool though.
right?
So this is the most I've ever liked Arthur.
Agreed. Same here.
And this is the first time he's been on screen where he hasn't been outshined by the rest of the cast.
Very
And that's
true.
why.
This was a centric episode of Arthur, and this was the best one.
And I really appreciated that. They focused on both Vulcan, who I really like now, and Arthur, who I grew to like, because now that I understand now we're starting to understand how he thinks. I'm like, okay, no, I get this character. He basically, Arthur is the best version of himself when he believes that he's the best version of himself, like any person would be, which is very relatable.
That's true. That's very true.
I was like, oh, I get it. It's like, oh, I'm like that sometimes. That's actually really nice to know now. And I was like, okay, now I like Arthur as a character. It's established now. I get it.
Which was kind of sad when like they showed a reflection mist of himself, and like he lost.
And how easy it is to lose your confidence. Yeah,
that's what reminded me a lot when he saw himself in reflection. It kind of reminded me of some type of movie scene where you see yourself as a fat person, but you see yourself in the mirror like a built dude with a six-pack, but then you actually really stare at the mirror, and then you see yourself as a fat person and just there home alone by yourself. I'm like, damn, I can imagine that's how it felt for Arthur. He saw himself as a knight, but then he saw himself as a donkey. I was like, damn, I felt bad for him.
At least
he's
he's
with a donkey on his crotch.
He
Yeah.
was an ass. He was an ass all along.
So no, I was really glad that they finally gave Arthur some actual time.
Agreed.
It made a difference for me, and I'm like, okay, no, now I like this character as well. And I don't know, Shinra getting stomped in the forest was kind of like, oh, okay, well, we had to do something with Shinra, so I guess he'll lose. It's fine. To one guy.
I just felt bad for him because he got hit by 2 million volts. I'm like, technically, any human that gets hit by that should die at the right second. But no.
We've known from the start that Shinra is special.
Yeah.
We're now starting to learn how special Shinra is.
So I was
like, this is like Naruto special.
Yeah.
So it's like, I see.
And I like that, honestly. It's just
I like it too. I really do.
I'm really interested with Vulcan and his family, and his family holds the key to Amaterasu, the fire plant, the company that gives the energy to the entire world, and the Evangelists are after that key. But Vulcan, he seems like a kind of person that doesn't really know what keys he's talking about.
And I felt bad for him getting betrayed by the girl he's been with for.
I mean, if you didn't feel bad for him this episode, you're a jerk. Like, I felt so bad for him.
When he's on the ground and she's pressing him down, it's like, oh man.
I mean, well, not just her, but like they both beat the shit out of him while he was just already down. Like, I'm like, come on, man.
And then they shot the little boy. That was also part of his family.
This episode was one of the darker ones, just straight up. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, well, I'm assuming the bad guys are gonna win this episode, because I'm like, who's gonna come and help them? You know what I'm saying? And the way the episode ends, it's like, you really don't think anybody's gonna come help them? Like, they just lose.
I hope so. I hope so. This coming weekend, we see the episode starting, and then somebody comes and saves them. Or Shinra, he wakes up with some type of Human Torch power, burns the place down, and it just becomes Hulk smashing the whole team. Because I felt bad for him.
I felt the pain got even worse when the moment they destroyed the projector, and like you would think that the key is probably hidden inside something that he's most most precious fond thing that he would hope for one day to achieve, and the goal to have wildlife back in the world, better like whales, sea creatures, the forest, and everything like that. But no, you just get the sad moment of them destroying the projector and never again seeing the beauty of nature. And that kind of that stung. That really stung.
Yeah. So I mean, this is like, I'll say this whole Vulcan arc is what I'm gonna call it right now, has been like some of my favorite parts of Fire Force. Period. So far.
I'm also kind of interested still for the doctor for the 5 Hours 3, the guy with the mask, Giovanni.
Yeah.
I need to know, is he all cyborg, or is he like?
I was also wondering this.
Is he like
he's a cyborg?
Like, is he actually there, or is this just like an avatar for him? You know what I'm saying?
Or is he like Darth Vader? But only his like head and chest is still there, but only his legs and arms is the cybernetic. Yeah.
Well, he definitely is cyborg in some sense. We don't know if
Watch, they're gonna open his. Like somebody's gonna beat him up, and his trench coat's gonna rip on him. He's gonna be like Metallo, except it's just gonna be like a flame inside that's keeping him alive. It's gonna be a beating heart and a flame, and it's gonna be weird.
Yeah, I was like Metallo too. Like
that's pretty. That is a pretty good theory because the way he made a whole phone call with his eyes, I was like,
yes,
I like this dude is a cyborg
built into his face.
Yeah, like this dude is a cyborg type of android guy because it's no he just made a phone call with his whole eyes turned blue. I'm like, all right, you're some type of android. All right.
On that lead end.
I thought it's a cool character design though. I kind of like it.
And very very, very obsessive. Like he just can't let go or understand the fact that maybe Vulcan doesn't know where the key or what key is he talking about, but he's so up. But
and he's got his logic is very straightforward. Oh no, it's just in the way he talked.
And he kept hitting me.
Because it sounded like he really does. He talks like a robot too. Like it sounded like program logic, which was weird. So I was like, interesting. All right.
It's also interesting to know that the Evangelists are already infiltrated inside the Fire Force, like in general.
Oh, well, we knew this.
Oh, yeah.
Like we knew this. And it's just now is to see that it's so high up is what I think is a surprise.
Yeah, like obviously, like the moment when Jay found like stop being in that disguise and go back to your regular form. Oh, right, and then
and that just instantly raises the stakes. It's like the support system that's established to be there and to be directing everybody. Like from the start, Obi said, it's like, hey, we're going to be investigating the fire forces for any corruption. But to know this goes all the way to the top.
It's very corrupt. Yes, it's crazy.
Much more serious.
It's like they can't trust anybody. They can barely work with any of the other firehouses, and it really makes me more skeptical of that guy who willingly wanted to volunteer and join the team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, Fire Force is doing a great job. We can't wait for the next episode. Just get some more answer, and who will be the savior for Vulcan and Iris and Arthur and them? Because Arthur, he's just still continue fighting, even though his pride has been hurt and he's not as strong as before. He's still technically fighting. So I give him props for that. Anyway, guys, let's move on to our next segment for our next anime, My Hero Academia, Season 4, Episode 4.
Take it away, Ray or Josh, because I know you guys love My Hero, so take it away for the anime episode.
Okay.
I mean, what episode is this?
Episode 4.
What numbers is this? Is episode 4?
Yes.
So the episode that's next happened one episode sooner than I thought.
So I was right. I said next week.
I think you said episode 5. Yeah, you were right. It's episode 5.
Because I said 5, and you said 6.
Although,
we saw.
I think we saw it, but that doesn't mean that we're gonna get it all next episode.
But we did set the title number in the preview. We saw the title number. It said the Red Riot. I forgot the full title, but it did say. So
well, if we see Unbreakable next episode, you're 100% right.
Yeah, because I said 5
after we see it.
I will fucking scream when they show Unbreakable.
I can't wait.
I just want to see a full episode of the whole Fat Gum and Red Riot. This whole episode next week. That's what I'm hoping for.
I just want to see Fat Gum this entire season. I'm like, I just bring on my new best boy, Fat Gum. Come on, where he at now?
Okay, but that's next week. So we do still have to talk about this episode.
We'll get there.
Thank you,
we'll
Josh.
get there.
Thank you.
But this was this episode. I don't think My Hero, like people who just watch anime, understood just how fast this season's about to go.
It is. Definitely.
They're about to. It's about to like you meet your main villain immediately, and it's just going to keep going from there.
And this isn't like All For One or Stain, who are like they showed up for like 5 minutes and they said some shit. And it's like, okay, you're off to jail now. Shigaraki and his crew, like they still. Let's be honest, they're still small. They're still small potatoes at this point. They're fucking terrible, which is the point, right? Because they just like Deku and the students are gradually growing better. But in the meantime, you got to have some other big cheese fill the role. And honestly, I don't think Horikoshi could have devised a better one than Overhaul. This fucker means business. When like it says something for an episode that was like mostly like there was no action in this episode.
No.
It's some of the most,
But it was all tense.
It was
all
tension.
tense.
And
it's some of the most tension I felt in honestly any anime. Like it was so well done. I love this new director for this season. He's amazing.
he is.
I love what they did with this. This was well done to the point where it's like you almost couldn't tell that they were in they didn't move. Like they didn't move for like a solid 10 minutes. If you think about that, it was kind of wild.
I agree with that because there were what is it called? Not the hallway.
Alley.
Thank you. They were in a dark alley, and Overhaul was taking off his gloves, and you show the tension between Overhaul and the girl Eerie. She got scared. She like, no, I'll go back to you. And the only one, and it showed the difference between Deku as a hero, of his perspective of what is a hero, but also it showed the perspective of what's his face? What's his name again? His name's just left.
Marino?
Thank you, him. What they both them see themselves as a perspective as a hero, that he just see himself as waiting for the right moment. But Deku sees, if you're in trouble, I will go bare in skin to go and save you. And I love that. It showed the difference of what's the perspective of being a hero. It showed very well. The tension was amazing.
I agree with that. It just also shows you the training and where that Deku is going to get. It's just kind of like at this point, all you know is that I'm the good guy. The good guy has to be the good guy all the time and immediately win. Is what you see Deku. That's Deku.
Mm-hmm.
But Mirio's like, hey, yes, that is our job, but you have to consider the entire situation. There's a lot more than just this right now. But it was just, I really liked the parallel. You're right. There was a really good parallel between the two characters. It's just in their experience. Yeah. And Koshi does such a good job with this. He does such a good job with this. And I love it. Mirio is a great character that I'm not going to say too much about it, for those who watch and haven't, read anything. It's just, I love this character. Mirio is a great character and is a really good example for Deku. And
he's a second.
You'll see that.
Yes. Yeah. But also, I do want to note the difference between Deku and Mirio was highlighted this episode. Is that I think on the inside, Deku is actually more like All Might than Mirio is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that was the point of it, and it was done very well.
Yeah, because on the outside, Mirio is like he's confident, he's all smiles, and he's there to make everybody feel safe, just like All Might.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another layer to Toshinori that people don't know about. He's a very fragile, very battered old man who's had the weight of the world on his shoulders for decades. And he's always been very nervous about how good of a job he's doing and how about upholding that. And you see that in Deku a lot, which makes me excited for how Deku is going to bring the best of both worlds together. What Mirio brings in his confidence and his logic and his cool-headedness, what All Might brings in his sheer power and force. That's a really good character arc, and that's a great way to get me invested in your MC. That's a great long-term story arc.
Definitely, for sure. And when All Might gave told Deku the truth of why Marina wasn't picked, and it really was Deku, was because Deku came into his life like some fate and just completely changed his perspective. Seeing Deku the first time, it gave All Might his memories like this was me back then. This was like the first time before I even became like All Might. This is before when I was quirkless and powerless, but I still would want to help. I still would do something. In the moment I got the One for All power, I was able to do a lot more in power. He see more of himself with Deku, and it gave him his memories of like, you know what, this is how I used to be. This is my I'm so glad that he gave me that memory back, where the world doesn't need someone like Marino, like someone to replace All Might, all being strong, safe kind of person. They need someone with the heart of a hero that's able to carry the world over his shoulders, but also hide it from the public's views that you're the symbol of peace. You're there to protect and save people, but in the heart, you probably would be scared, nervous, which is okay, because that's how, not just a hero, that makes you more human. And Deku was his best choice. And instead of defeating all for one as his main goal, it's helping the next generation of heroes become the new symbols, like pillars of peace.
So I gotta know, this was the episode where they showed the flashback of All Might talking to Deku's mom, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That moment, he was like, I decided, that was when I was like, I have to fight, I have to live to teach you to be better, essentially. And I'm like, God, this is so good.
Agreed.
It's so good. Because I love that. That's kind of, he was like, you gave me, basically he's like, you gave me more reason to live and to do better. And I'm like, oh my God.
If I were to give an example, he was like Rocky to Mickey, wanting to keep going on, moving on, to keep living, to help train Rocky to be even stronger boxer, to be a champion.
I was thinking Rocky to Adonis.
From
Creed.
That's
That's good too. That's a good example too.
I miss Mickey's Gran Torino. Really.
Yes.
That's a good example, Josh. Yeah, that's a good example.
Uh-huh.
But I agree, and that emotional is well done because it was with Deku just crying it out and just screaming like, I just can't lose you. And like, well, don't worry, I will continue living. And it just shows that what happens at the end of this arc is like, it's crazy.
I don't think I mean, you guys say it all the time. We're not ready for how this arc ends. We're not ready for this.
No, we're not. And this is this episode also showed something that not many people thought we would see, which is seeing Night Eye scared and panicked and so worried about All Might, because he saw the future of 6 to 7 years, even though like it's not completely set in and how it will go into, like how it will still go within the straight path of 6 to 7 years. All Might can die. He tries to do whatever it takes to replace him so that he could continue living.
That's the thing though, and this is the key flaw in how Night Eye approaches Deku. He doesn't want another symbol of peace or symbol of hope or whatever Deku is going to be. He wants a second All Might because the original wouldn't fucking listen to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what he sees Mirio as. He sees it as the second chance, just as All Might started seeing Deku as a second chance until Inko knocks some sense into him. It's like, no, you know what? I gotta stick around. I gotta train this kid. And again, it's the parallels. That's what Emiche does so well.
Yeah, this episode was very impactful, really emotional. There's no need for action, but you got that emotional heart of pain. And then in the end, nobody expected Deku just running straight back for oh my, wait, don't come, wait, I still got something to talk about. Like, I'm glad that I'm the replacement, but I still want you to keep living because there's still more you can teach me. There's always going to be way more you can teach me. And it's not just for Deku himself, it's also the class of 1A as well. Like, because why does it have to be one person that needs to help save the world? Why not the entire classroom in itself?
He still has a lot to teach Bakugo, so this is fine.
Exactly.
He still needs to teach my boy Bakugo some stuff, so it's all good.
That's definitely true.
So yeah, like, go ahead.
Can we talk about how it was a small scene, but how those few lines, you see him all banged up. He's like, yeah, whatever. I look like total shit. Whatever. Right?
Bakugo,
you guys are getting ahead of me.
Is a prime example of a character that you were supposed to hate at the start, but you totally grow to like.
Oh yeah, definitely. I hated him in the start.
I could not stand Bakugo at the start of this. Now he's one of my favorite characters.
I'm in a weird position with Bakugo because at the start I sort of disliked him, but I knew he would get better. And Horikoshi, he inflects a lot of emotional intelligence into his writing. And so as you go deeper into Bakugo, you realize he's this shithead kid, but he's a shithead kid who's a product of the world he's in. And he's been running away from the possibility that Deku has something that he doesn't. And that's been humility. And that's,
I mean, I agree with that. I just think it was, you said, you nailed it on the head. He's the product of his surroundings, where it's like people have been praising him for being this amazing kid with this amazing quirk for so long, and that he gets into a place where there are people who are actually better than him, and then all of a sudden a person who he's looked down upon and basically trampled upon for his entire childhood now all of a sudden is better than him to a point, and he thinks that because this person didn't tell them that they were, or didn't show him that they were better than him this entire time, is that it makes him weak. Which is a really interesting thing. I like it. And it's just, I like to see Bakugo learn. It is nice to see him eat shit and learn. It is good.
Yeah, it's part of the secret magic. And Horikoshi says in the Omake extras, his manga is like, I just wanted to make this guy an asshole. I did not expect him to be the most popular character. Like,
oh yeah,
nobody expected it.
Mm-hmm.
But thing is, Bakugo also is a prime example of a New Yorker. He's a prime example of a New Yorker, and that's one thing that I love how people write on social media. Like, Bakugo is a New Yorker because the way he speaks, the way he walks, the way he has the attitude, and I love watching Bakugo do it. And even
it's
now,
okay. Todoroki's better anyway. It's fine.
Oh, speaking of Todoroki in the manga, that's a whole different story. Ooh.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, we're not talking about the manga here. We don't want to spoil the people.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that.
But we might talk about the manga in a few, guys, so don't worry. We will have a time code in the bottom for the spoiler talk, so guys, don't worry about that. But
spoiler alert, the manga's really fucking good right now.
Yeah,
I know.
Definitely.
Now's not the time, bro. Now's not the time.
But let's talk about the last anime for us to talk about in this section. Take it away, Sam.
Well, technically, Vinland Saga is on break.
Oh yeah, it's on break. I completely forgot about that.
So I think the anime section is finito.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So, what's next, Sam?
Let's do a quick recap of what else we've been watching or what else we've been reading.
Okay, it's usually I take it off here, and I will bring up a beach episode that I watched today, and it was hilarious. If you guys are not watching Irasuki, it's an anime. Wait, Josh, did you watch it as well?
Oh, I fucking love this show. It just
thank you. It's great. It's like the rom-com humor is amazing, and like whoever wrote this, it's hilarious because it's a comedy that I don't laugh a lot during when I watch animes. It's not because I don't find them funny. It's just that I laugh more in my head, more internal. But when I'm watching Irasuki, I'm actually laughing out loud and giggling with the jokes about the stuff that this MC does. And my favorite part about this episode today, of this beach episode, when he was on the line with a girl, he said, "Where's the bench? Where's the bench? There's a big conversation about that happened. There's no bench, right?" And I love that. That scene was the best one. And I love how this anime goes and touch the lines about the gay side, but jokes about it, and that really does it. And it's shocking because I've never seen that done in a lot of anime that I have seen. I know that there's yaoi, but anime like some type of rom-com that does it is very well done. It's not forced, but it's very well done comedy, so I love it. Josh, are you up to date about the series?
I am. It is fucking brilliant, honestly, because like every season you get that one discount harem show, lame ass MC that would never attract so much as a fucking paperclip. So it gets scored by all these attractive women. This flips it on its head because this anime plays it more like a game. Actually.
It does.
It's this game that everybody's playing. And Joro is actually the worst player.
He is the worst player.
He tries to take advantage of girls, but on the inside, he's actually kind of the best person out of all of them, right?
Yeah, he's a sweetheart, but in his head, he reads the mangas, he reads the light novels, and hopes that his life is like that. But deep down, he does the best he can, and he's such a sweetheart person. But at the end, he's like, I want to have a harem, I want to date her. But then, like, who's this beautiful person here? And he's so sweet about it.
Yeah, it's this hidden side to him. It's like it's just the pressures of high school have kind of taught him to conform to like, oh, I gotta be this scheming tough guy. And he's getting strung along, and it never gets old. And when he's looking for the bench, he's like, where is it? Is it not here? Okay, I'm safe for now.
And
it's brilliant.
I keep telling the guys to watch this anime because I know I know out of all of us, I know Ray would enjoy the most because it's something that he would enjoy and have a laugh about it because it's such an entertaining anime and it's such an anime that you can relax and kick back and I love the fourth wall breaking that's so honest about it. Like talking about my favorite line is still the same line that I said last week about it, that of how we're not in some type of world apocalyptic where we're about to bring a whole tournament of power. That was my favorite line. I think that was from episode 3 or 4. That was one of my favorite lines.
And that's the key to the show. It's honest, and when the characters do awful things, they're called out on it, and that was surprising.
Agree.
I really like that, and like despite the vulgar front of it, you'd expect it to kind of be edgy. It's not. It's very endearing, and yeah, it reminds me of like, oh god, I'm blanking. Just a great comedy script, honestly. So yeah, definitely watch Ariski if you have not investigated it yet.
Ray, does this catch your interest to watch it with this conversation we had?
Maybe.
We'll take it.
Hopefully
Maybe.
it does. But other than that, the other anime I've been watching is not that much that we haven't really discussed. Fire Force, Sword Art Online was really good this past week. Manga that I've been reading is Dr. Stone on the side story about the Bakuya chapter 3. Still good, still entertaining. I like the side story. Eden Zero was very good this week. Really got emotional about it. But that was really the most two mangas that really stand out. We're going to talk about My Hero after everybody talks about their thing, but we'll discuss My Hero after. But other than that, One Piece was on break, so I was very sad about it. I really want to get continue finding out more information about my man Odin. That was pretty interesting. I can't wait to continue having a conversation about that. But other than that, next person can go.
I'm not going because we've just dominated the conversation.
So Boruto, first of all.
Oh yeah.
Watch that.
Thank you.
Getting kind of wild. Well, I shouldn't say wild. Did I tell you my theory about that?
Yes.
You did talk about it in the chat, but let's have a conversation about it because I am on your side. I'm on your side. After watching the episode, yes, I'm on your side.
People of the internet who watch anime and manga. Who watch anime and read manga. Okay, so we know that the Boruto manga is
far ahead.
Is very far ahead. Very far ahead. So far ahead. But they have made so much of their own headway in the anime to a point that I believe, and stick with me here, that they're going to be adapting pieces of the anime into the manga based off what we've already seen.
I agree with Ray here because Sam, you don't watch the Boruto, and I think you should in this boyhood arc because it's actually interesting what Ray said. Because once Ray told me his theory, I didn't watch the episode. After I watched the episode, and they left out with that cliffhanger of Jiraiya saying Sasuke, and Sasuke doesn't do much of reactions. He's not a person that does reactions. Once he get his I was like, mother effort. And also he dropped a paper. What paper did he drop? The paper I'm
pretty sure it was a picture.
It's a picture of him and his wife and his daughter, or
that's what I think it is.
Or it's the letter that Sakura gave him in episode 127. Because
potentially, yeah. Potentially.
So either of those two things. But it comes to this. Sasuke is messing up the timeline more than Boruto, and technically.
And this is why I think they're going to adapt stuff into the manga, because there's a bunch of time travel bullshit that they can make up and say, well, remember when we met such and such at this point in time? And then the manga readers are gonna be like, Nani? And the anime watchers are gonna be like,
and then I think Ray's theory that he brought up, and it's a lot of people said the theories months ago that Kojin is Jiraiya. But people say, nah, it can't be true because he died. But then now, of what this arc is showing, I think it's possible. Or maybe a clone of Jiraiya or something. But I think it's coming closer and closer to it. Because
potentially.
Because this is a theory that I came up with. But also, once I thought about it, but then also other people had the same theory. So what happened if Jiraiya is the one that takes him, that takes Yoshiki out, and then he gets the karma as well, but he gets to hide it all those years, and that's how it changed the timeline.
Well, see, I don't really know how this is gonna end.
Me neither.
I don't know how they're gonna get rid of this karma user. Well, he's not a karma user, but I don't know how they're gonna get rid of him. I don't know if it's because it can't be Naruto.
Yeah.
And it can't be. Well, at this point, it would have to be Boruto, and which is kind of like, they're gonna do the anime. Haha! The power of my family. I defeat you. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But if Jiraiya does it, then yeah, that's possible. But it wouldn't make sense because it would mess up the rest of the continuity, and why would they ruin that? You know what I'm saying? Because then like Jiraiya has these crazy superpowers that he didn't use, and then he got destroyed by pain. So like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? I think that he is resurrected by a karma user, and so he then basically takes this karma user takes basically Jiraiya's body and jutsu, but also kind of has his memories. It's weird. We'll see how that works.
That could be possible, but whoever does that has to go in a deep dive water in the hidden of the rain. So they have to go hunt his body then, if that's the case. But that's a possible theory as well.
I mean, this is Naruto. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. But I don't know. That's just a weird, wacky theory I have. I'm not saying that this is 100% what's going to happen. It's just a wacky theory I had after reading and watching this. It's cool, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, if your theory was really true, damn it, your Boruto marketing scheme, you're finally making the manga readers watching the anime. Damn it! Like,
I mean, they convinced me to watch it with this Boyhood arc, which that took a lot because I was not going to watch it.
Well, technically, I had to help you out as well because I kept telling you, hey, yo, this arc is good. So I did tell you 2 episodes after, like, hey, right?
I'm not going to lie. For Neverworld finally got me to watch it.
What?
He finally got me to watch it. He convinced me
because he does good clickbait titles.
He does. He really does.
He does good clickbait titles and great thumbnails for it. So it makes sense because sometimes he got me to do stuff. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna check this out too.
Like, God dang it! All right, and so no, I'm not mad about it. It's been okay. I think that I roll my eyes when young Naruto and Boruto are talking because I'm just like, oh my god, shut up and just learn from each other already. But everything else, I'm like, okay, this is good. It's like when he wouldn't talk with Neji, I thought that was awesome.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
It was really good to see that, and also when he was talking with Hinata, which was like, I was like, this. Well, he didn't really talk to Hinata, but he saw her, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. It's like stuff like that takes me back, because I love Naruto. Naruto was awesome.
It does. It was very beautiful that Boruto had a conversation with his uncle that he never got to see, and he got honestly his first lesson and maybe last lesson from his uncle. So that was really beautiful.
I agree.
All right, you might convince me to just watch that arc. I'm not starting.
Literally, just watch the Boyhood arc and you'll be okay. Like honestly, just watch this.
And
although I do want to ask though, like the Boyhood arc, this is going back to Naruto's early. Does that kind of concern you that just like they had to go all the beginning people again?
Maybe because the route that they're on is not as successful, so they have to go backtrack all the way back to Naruto's time.
I'm telling you this.
But like Ray said,
this more and more confirms my theory that they went back to a time where Jiraiya was still in the village. So I'm like,
so like Ray said, it's maybe a theory to connect the manga. So it's maybe from what us anime fans could be like, oh, maybe you're trying to get us back to watch it. No, maybe they actually have a plan with it. Maybe it's actually more thought out than we thought it was. So Sam, I would say start with episode 127 for you to start watching it. And from there, if you want to continue watching the Boyhood arc, that's up to you. After it ends, up to you. Because I might be doing that as well because I'm actually entertained from Boruto. I'm really entertained.
I mean,
we're not at least. Yeah.
Just when we're at, they pull you back in.
Yes.
I mean, like, I really kind of wish that the anime at least go back to the original story of what a manga is right now. Because the manga is very good. Like, even though like there's a good amount of chapters and it should at least take up maybe 20 episodes to finish the arc after the Momoshiki battle, I think they would have like I would continue. I would watch it afterwards if they finally continues going back into the manga route.
I don't think that they're gonna go. So, and this is the thing about Boruto, and I hate to make some people mad. I don't think they're gonna go right into where the manga is. They're not. They're gonna pick. They're gonna cherry pick stuff from the manga and adapt it. But we're not gonna get a straight. This is what's happening in the manga anime. We're not.
Agree.
They've done so well with what they've already done. They're like, why would we just adapt the manga? We can just keep going and cherry pick the stuff that we like from the manga and have content for years. You know. So.
I mean, it'll just make you go back and forth with the anime and then the manga after every other month.
Because I mean, I could totally see them making up another Ninja War. Let's be real, they totally could.
They could.
That's definitely possible. The 5th Ninja War or the 4th Ninja War? Because the one
it'll be the
5th, right?
I think this will be the 5th.
Yeah, 5th. Because the previous one, the 4th Ninja War. Yeah. So
I mean,
5th.
in the comments, let us know. Is it the 4th or the 5th? Because I don't remember now.
I forgot too. I'm like, wait, 4th, 5th. But yeah, 5th. I think. I hope.
I would be amazed if the 5th Ninja War was actually even shorter than the 4th.
I think it would. I think it would have to be because think how. I really don't.
Like, I mean, story-wise, not in terms of chapter.
Oh, story. That makes sense. And I'm just thinking because I'm like, all right, we've got the 10 Tails again. Who are we gonna bring back from the dead this time? You know what I'm saying? It's like reanimation jutsu. Who's gonna come back now? You know, like there's got to be something else.
Hey, when I first watched Naruto years ago, I never thought they were gonna do time travel. Somehow, years later in Boruto, they have computer, laptops, they have live streaming, they have
and
Game
more
Boys,
time travel. Except
time travel. I'm like,
Boruto spends his nights trying to. Like, he does the typical boy thing where he's playing on his fucking DS and he's trying to avoid his mother. It's like, that was actually kind of cute to me.
They're playing Hearthstone with ninja cards. It's weird. Yeah,
that's why I'm like, I kind of like the show. As much as people say it, but I'm like, people need to remember, Naruto did this for peace. What y'all expect for another war to happen? No, they're still in peacetime. A war will happen like in the manga. Read that if you want a war, because that's going on right now. Naruto's getting his ass kicked, but that's a whole conversation next week when we cover Jungle Super and Boruto next week. Check that out. Yay.
Both of those chapters are about to be hype as hell, but that's another thing.
That's Wednesday, so check that out, guys. Yeah. We will have surprises for you.
All right. What else have you been reading or watching, Ray?
Dr. Stone.
Tell us about it.
Made a mistake, and I read a little forward in Dr. Stone, and I'm like, I gotta stop. But unlike James, I have self-control. And I stopped. So,
so how far did you stop?
I'm not too far ahead. I'm like maybe one arc ahead, potentially.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So like I finished out where we are currently, and yeah. I'm not gonna say anything else.
I'll be there soon. No worries. I'll see you there in a month and a half. I'll be there.
But Dr. Stone is good. Dr. Stone is just it is good. They have I love this. So in the manga, they denote that they have a knowledge expert, which is awesome, and that's how they get all this stuff right. They have multiple knowledge experts, which is fun. So it works. It makes sense to me.
That's pretty good.
All right, cool. I guess it's my turn. Watch wise, except for today, I'm kind of caught up with all my animes. Gundam Build Divers Re. Sentence of the Bookworm, High School Prodigies. Well, actually, no, I didn't watch today's episode, but
High School Prodigies don't come out until Thursday, so you probably.
All right, cool. Yeah. Sorry, I was talking about a Sentence of the Bookworm was today, and a few others. Technically, today was also a new episode of Seven Deadly Sins, but since James is not here, we're not getting any rant from that. I'm sorry, guys, because we know the animation for this season has been.
Booty butt cheeks.
Josh, have you read the series of Seven Deadly Sins?
I watched the first season and I really liked it. But then I just heard the manga was in a weird direction and I never got around to season 2. But I've been seeing the clips from season 3. I'm like, oh, they just gave up.
Okay. You can watch season 2. They didn't give up yet. Season 2 did a pretty good job on its own, but don't touch season 3.
Yeah, don't touch season 3.
Just read the manga.
Because you need to meet Escanor first, and then you can stop. You don't need to go into season 3.
I agree with Sam. Read the manga, but stop after chapter 280. After that, it's up to you if you want to choose reading. I would love to hear your thoughts if you do choose to read, because Stampede it's a roller coaster, and not a high roller coaster. It's a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then goes lower, lower, lower. There's no up.
That's the word I got. Like whatever or anime just kind of goes off the rails. I treat like a certain point as the ending, and then afterwards, just like it's just this weird AU where nobody knows what they're doing. So I see it.
Yeah.
No worries. Yeah.
We agree with you. Yeah, like those feedback that you're getting from the manga, the last arc or whatever that's going through right now. It's
Yeah, I thought it was over actually a few months ago. Like I thought.
Supposedly, it's supposed to end.
And apparently, it's still going on. Like,
Well,
what?
Well,
did this thing end like 5 times or something?
Well, like we don't want to be a bat with a dead horse and everything here, because we already saw that last week with Vinland Saga with a dead horse. But Stampede Sense they have an epilogue, but then it continued with a last arc. That's all what we're gonna say, because I know Ray hasn't read it and he might not read it because of how bad we're talking about it.
I'm not gonna read it after all the shit y'all have talked. I'm not.
There's only so many hours in a day.
I mean, like when it came that for that epic before the epic log, I was pissed. I was the most pissed off of how they choose to end it. And then you have this another arc, and I'm like, okay, you could. I don't know how or why you're gonna try to redeem yourself from there, but okay, give it a shot.
Between the two of me and Sam, I'm the more optimistic. Sam is more of the critique and seriousness. Ray is in the middle, and I was more optimistic here about Sunday the Sense, but I kind of am on the same boat with Sam, and I'm very disappointed. But I love the season. Definitely not to keep this any longer, but you should definitely watch season 2. After that, it's your choice if you want to continue. It's up to you. But definitely watch season 2. Highly recommend that. Other than that, up to you. Your choice.
Because like during season 3, they changed studios, and that's usually not a good idea, not good news if you change your usual studio into a different one. And then what they do, they make it more for kids, and that's why they have to censor a lot. They censored blood, they censored violence, everything. It's just, oh my god.
This is though, like I watched the first season. Like part of the point is the edge. That's part of the point.
Exactly, and the best way I could compare the bad animation, it's the censorship of Dragon Ball Z kind of bad censorship.
But none of the charm that Dragon Ball Z had.
This is worse. I don't care what
worse.
you say. This is worse than Dragon Ball Z censorship.
This is worse.
I'm on a highway.
but season 2, yes, it's good. No censorship from there. The same studio worked on it. You're safe from there. Just enjoy that second season and then call it quits. That's it. That's all you need.
Ride the high, baby. Ride the high and quit it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need. And don't ever continue after that. It's just, if you want to read the manga, go right ahead. The artwork, it's still on par. Like the art style is very good. It's just the storyline is just everywhere. It's almost as bad as Fairy Tail's last arc, if I would have to say. That's yeah.
Josh, I will say this. I know that you have read Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail arc at least was entertaining, better than this one. The art is better than Stampede Sense. But story-wise, I have to give the last arc of Fairy Tail better than Stampede Sense. That's how bad it is.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like just when you think it can never be worse, like unexpectedly.
This thing with flags, guys.
I love Seven Deadly Sins. Before that last arc, I felt I was all in love with it. I pushed people to read it, and once they started reading, they were like going crazy. They loved Escanor. They like do all the hashtag bow for Escanor, praise the sun. They started changing that. But then the moment like when that last arc, and then they just kind of ruined it, and then about to have all these character plot holes. and like that's the reason why I was pissed, because there was so many like character plot holes that they never like brought back up. They came again. They just think that, oh right, the villain's dead. Let's end the story from there. It's like, wait, what? What about him? But he died. He came back, or is he coming back, or what's going on? There's so much you can still kind of build, and we know that the publisher wanted the series to end this year, but from the pace that they're going right now, it might not even end this year. That's the
Fuck that, man.
yeah,
I think we destroyed this thing enough, guys.
Well, let's leave that for James to continue beat up a dead horse like they always do for Vinland Saga.
He's gonna listen to this and he's gonna get mad again.
James, good luck. We're here next when you do your rants. Other than that, let's go, Sam.
All right. I'm caught up with Ancient Magnus Bride. Loving it. I still really enjoy it. It's a very good story, and I'm happily waiting for the second season because looks really good. Looks beautiful art. Me and Miguel also read the chapter 5 of Heroes. Ray, did you read it yet?
Which one?
Heroes.
No, I didn't read it yet. You sent it to me earlier, and I bookmarked it, and I haven't read it yet.
It was very good.
This was good. This is the ultimate main character team ups kind of.
Oh,
fight.
Good.
And they get
Oh, good.
Kick.
Oh,
I love that stuff, man.
But that's how Hero Mashima work is. Your heroes have to lose the first battle, and then next battle they just somehow get stronger.
They lose the first battle, and then the second battle, and then sometimes the third battle.
But then the fourth battle, they come out and triumph and win in some way or another.
But
they're completely overpowered, and it's like, what just happened? And it's like, oh, never mind.
But I also love the fourth wall breaking they did in this manga too. Like because the name for Natsu, which is summer, Haru is spring, and Shiki is the fourth season, and they start wondering like what happened to winter and fall, and literally they're like, I don't know who's winter and fall. And then you literally have Happy in the side saying like these two characters will be in the future works of Hiro Mashima, which I guess we're good for the next 5 to 10 years for more of Hiro Mashima's series.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. So I'm very happy for Heroes. I gotta give props to Hiro Mashima though. As much as I could ask on his work of friendship and power friendship and fairy tale and all that, he has a double spread next week for Eden Zero, 2 chapters. And also Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest, a sequel that he don't draw for, but he's part of the storyboard. But he also has Heroes, a chapter. So he has 4 chapters coming next week. I gotta give that props to his man. Hopefully you take a break sometime soon, because you're overworking yourself, man. I gotta give props to you. And also it's gonna be on the cover of Weekly Shonen magazine. So I'm very happy for you, Hero. But goddamn, take a break, man, because you're overworking yourself. 2 chapters and a sequel and your crossover. Gotta give props to you, my man.
He's crazy.
It's
he just outputs this stuff like it's nothing. I'm like, how did you do this?
He loves his work. He really does have a passion for his work. And
to go back to Fairy Tail, here Mashima is actually a storyteller. It's just with Fairy Tail, essentially dicking around for the entire thing. Like he wanted it to be 10 chapters, and it became really popular, and just kept making shit up, and was basically flying by the seat of his pants for 10 years. And honestly, I gotta respect that. You can make something popular while just making up a bunch of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's respectable.
Agree.
I know it's the one. I know Fairy Tail is the anime we all trash on, but it's got something. It does have that special shonen, stupid shonen magic.
It's not Rave Master, but it's okay.
I mean, it's really good. Honestly, except for the last arc, which we know the story, he was getting burnt out for that last arc, and I know it wasn't on par, and it wasn't the most satisfying ending. It was still a good series throughout the entire time.
Yeah.
So I give him props because he did the best he can with a little work, and after literally 1 year later, ready to come back on that. Actually, no, technically he took a 1 month break. And then the next 11 months, he just write all his storyboards down, getting ready to have him out. And I'm guessing within that 11 months, he had Fairy Tail planned. He had Eden Zero planned. He had maybe Heroes later down the line because he remembered, oh right, the anniversary is about to come up. Maybe I should have something special for my reader fans, my guests, everybody.
Yeah.
And right now I'm loving the Easter egg of every right now every first letter of the chapter spelling out hero, and it's gonna be another 8 more chapters
Roughly
for
more or less.
Mashima. So it's just gonna spell Hiro Mashima. And if it's gonna be more, that means there's gonna be a lot more chapters into Hero series. And if there's more chapters, that means there's gonna be another volume, a book. And I would love that actually.
It's possible for sure.
So really good. Other than that, I've been updating my Annie list. Most of it is literally I've read in the past before. A lot of the mature stuff. So if you guys really want to know like whatever mature stuff content, I mean within the not safe for work kind of stuff, you could just check in my Annie list. Other than that, I think that's really it for my reading list.
Cool.
All right, guys, let's move on to our news. First line of news: One Piece Stampede has earned 9.3 billion yen worldwide.
How much is that in US dollars, Sam? Forgot.
About like give or take $9 million around there.
All right.
Sorry, maybe a little bit more. It's should technically be around 13 million.
All right, so 13 million worldwide.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so off. I am so sorry, guys. It's $85.1 million worldwide.
$85.1 million worldwide. That's pretty good numbers for a One Piece film, and I think that should be the highest because that's the highest film that has done for One Piece, and I'm very happy for it because One Piece Stampede was a great film. It was really entertaining. I love Stampede. It was entertaining. I was screaming like a little girl throughout the whole film. I was happy as hell. Sucks that Ray and James don't read it or watch it or know about these crazy theories.
Bruh, give me some time. 900 plus chapters, boy.
Yeah, this is something that a lot of One Piece fans do forget. This fucker's 900 chapters long. There are animes even longer with all the filler and stuff. It's like it's a big barrier for people to overcome. And I know people who just can't get those first 100 chapters. So I can't take it anymore.
I mean, there's a lot of other series that's very long, like Ippo, Detective Conan.
But they don't like they have fervent fan bases, but it's not quite the same.
True.
Online support as One Piece. Like people treat this manga like gospel. Honestly.
That's very true.
That's why people call Oda Goda, and every time that I say that, Ray laughs because Goda is Goda. Like, look at this dude. He has been going on for 21 years. 20 years anime, 21 years manga. For so long, he is one of the big three that still exists nowadays, and I'm happy for that. And I'm really happy for Oda for what he's doing. And Stampede is one of his best films, one of his best original works. So I'm really happy for Stampede. It made that much money. I wish I could see it already again. I wanted Blu-ray already so I could watch it 5 more times. Mostly because I want to see Bullet and Luffy fight again, because that fight of Conquer and Haki was freaking amazing animation. That animation was amazing.
Which goes to show, you make a movie that's the fan wants, they will watch the shit out of it and give you a lot of money. And this was this movie was.
Yeah, Ray, just to give you a bit of context, this one giant teaser for the stuff we're going to see in the final arc.
Yes, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's why people are so hyped about it. It's not just a standard One Piece film. It is kind of treated as the ultimate payoff.
It is because, Josh, the fights that they show, Zoro versus Fujitora, Sanji versus Smoker, all these characters fight that I just want to see already. Like, god damn it, Oda, why you doing this to me? I never thought I wanted this fight, but sure, give me this fight now.
It's a little exhausting because like there's 5 minutes of setup and stuff, and then the other 85 minutes are straight up action, and it's all amazing. Like you're buckling in for like one hell of a ride.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, I'm happy for Stampede. I'm really entertained and by it, so I'm really happy. Hopefully the next 2 years, we're gonna get the next film most like in 2 years. So can't wait for the next one he makes. I'm really curious about how is that gonna overtop Stampede. It might not, but I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, we finally saw how powerful Boa was.
Oh yeah, Bo was freaking powerful. Bo was amazing. She was an MVP. The way she just came in and when the way this character Boa Hancock, whenever you read her, whenever you read One Piece by the year 2025.
Oh, did you say Boa?
Yeah.
I know about Boa.
Okay. Remember the movie Two Heroes? When Deku and All Might went supersonic speed of the Flash?
Mm-hmm.
This is how this girl Boa went in that movie. She went super fast speed and she punched a giant Megazord type of character. And I think her kick was stronger than All Might punches in a heartbeat.
Well, scalings are different, but you get the picture.
Yeah.
And she was wearing heels while
the whole time. Yes, she was wearing heels the whole time.
The fucking Jurassic World heel thing.
Yeah, she was wearing the heels the whole time. But I'm very happy for Stampede. I'm happy it made that much money as it did worldwide. So definitely the studio is happy. Toei is very happy. So I'm very happy for that.
All right, guys, let's move on to our next line of news. This is technically James' favorite news. Makoto Yukimura starts drawing final arc of Vinland Saga manga. So the creator of Vinland Saga tweeted on Sunday that he's drawing the fourth and final arc of his Vinland Saga manga. And in this post, he stated that overall, Vinland Saga manga is divided into 4 parts. The first 3 parts includes a war arc, a slave arc, and the Eastern Expedition arc. And then Yukimura added that the final arc will be more than 50 chapters long and more than 1,000 pages and will take several years.
I'm happy he's honest about it. It's crazy to believe. It's crazy to believe that a lot of manga series are ending very soon. Next year we have like 4 manga series ending. They're big, and it's like the creator. I forgot the creator of Attack on Titan right now, on top of my head. But he also admitted that he's already drawing.
Isayama.
Yes, Isayama. He's already drawing his last arc as well in the beginning of the year. So he's getting close to as well. Vinland Saga will probably be ending by year 2024, year 2025. Because he said several years, and that's about 7 years. And Vinland Saga, I think it's a monthly series. So it makes sense why he says several years.
Like as long as we're getting more, as long as we're getting more anime of Vinland Saga that's covering each and every of those arcs, including these last 4 arcs, I'm all for it. I'm all good.
I agree.
Put that Amazon money to use. Give us more fucking Vinland Saga, please.
I really want to see the slave arc. I wonder if we're in that already or about to touch that next. I'm curious about the slave arc.
I think that's the next arc.
Yeah, right? Because this has definitely been a war arc. So I'm really curious to know how the slave arc, because James has read it already, right? James, you listening to this. You read the war arc already. Tell us about it. Well, I want to know.
I mean, I feel like by reading just the arc titles, some of my theories are true.
I didn't want to confirm that either. I had an idea as well. I just brought it up just to see, but now that you say that right, I have an idea as well. I just don't want to jump the gun and assume, but yeah,
I mean, we're just theorizing. You know, it's fine.
Nothing wrong with theorizing without having James laughing or giving us the answer if our theory is correct or whatnot. But yeah, for sure. If the anime literally we have to wait 1.5 years, I might actually have to jump into the manga.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be reading the manga as well.
I can't wait the same way like with Attack on Titan again, where they only have the first season and you have to wait like
5 years.
5 years until the second season, and then more popularity and keep on going. Nah, 5 years is way too long to wait. And as Vinland Saga anime wants to get even more viewers to popular, I think they should have another streaming service to pay for the licensing as well.
Yeah, it just depends.
Might not be up to that. Depends on the contract.
It depends on the contract. You're right, Josh, because Amazon is not known to do a second season in the anime series. So Let's see what do they see. Did they get more subscription during the month when Vinland Saga goes out? let's see what happens. We won't know until next year for the next season to see if it got announced or not.
I would definitely say Amazon is actually top, like the MVP for this year of great anime releases, especially when it came out with Totoro in the beginning of the year.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Very selective, but very strong showing. I have been watching Babylon, and it turns weird in episode 3, but it's still very captivating.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Banana Fish is another anime I need to pick up from Amazon because I hear.
I need to watch that too. I heard nothing but good things about that when it was out.
Same here. I haven't
just come out.
I haven't watched it either. That's one thing I need to watch as well. I haven't had the time to actually push to watch it.
Sounds like a group watch activity.
Can we do that? Actually, I think we could do that.
I think we could.
Yeah,
let's find a way in the future.
I'm all for it.
We live in the future. We can watch it together.
the future.
But yeah, with Amazon's good selective choices of animes, I think they're coming up as the strong MVP of good choices. So I give them props. Even though they're not advertised enough, they do know how to pick and choose them. And they're very working really well with good studios, with MAPPA, with studios, and with Blades and Immortal anime studio. They good picks, even if it's just one season. But yeah, let's move on to our next news. The new Scooby-Doo movie, SCOOB, official trailer came out and it's coming out for 2020. Honestly,
this trailer was good. I don't think I'll say SCOOB. I'm not a fan of the title. Don't know why they couldn't say Scooby-Doo like the original or Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Gang or something like that. But SCOOB seems very, I don't know, plain.
They could call it Scrappy-Doo and make it so there's that.
That too, but I was not a fan of the title. But the animation, I like it. Velma looking good too as well. I didn't expect Velma to be looking this good as well in this show.
That was your first mistake.
That's very true. Velma, not Velma, Daphne and Freddy look great, animation wise, and the comedy between Shaggy and Scoob, I give it a plus because I was entertained by the comedy.
I think it was good. I feel it's going great pace. This might be the first of many series of Scooby Doo's for like that new reboot. Because since
cinematic universe.
Yeah, like I feel like it is like that cinematic universe kind of Scooby Doo in a way. So
imagine the post-credit scene. Yabba dabba doo.
Oh boy! Oh
and you got
man!
a release date for the Flintstones coming.
Imagine there be Nick Fury coming out and telling Scooby Doo saying, "I need you to join the Smash Bros. Universe."
I mean, since you brought up Flintstones, I'm like, oh great! Is that in the end of Flintstone movie? We're gonna have the Jetsons movie animated that.
You can't get much worse than the live action. 90s.
True, but to have the Ray, you didn't like my idea of Nick Fury getting Scooby Doo as well in the Smash Bros. Universe?
Please stop.
No, okay. But would you mind if we get Sonic for the Smash Bros. Universe? No,
he's already in Smash Bros. Universe.
In the movie.
Movie universe, cinematic universe.
They did make him look better, so that's definitely for sure.
No.
Yeah, let's touch in this next news. The new and improved Sonic the Hedgehog and the new trailer for it looks so amazing. Much better than 6 months ago.
He reminded me a lot of Sonic Advance, so much, and also close to Sonic X as well from the cartoons. Like, he looked amazing. I was very happy to see him well designed, and I'm happy they re-show some shots from the first trailer to show the big improvement they have made. And
they recut this entire trailer.
They did. So, and people, better fucking go to watch this film because made a whole
studio. For all
studio.
you people who raged and complained, which as you should because it was bad. Yeah. But like for the people who for just the people who just really took it to the next level when you really didn't have to, you better go see this movie like 5 times. And I mean after matinee hours, full price.
You guys don't know how much a animation takes time, and you guys made a whole studio, the whole movie set to redo their animation for Sonic. you guys are definitely have to watch this film.
So I mean, I'll be honest. It should have been like this in the first place.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I don't like the fact that the internet bullied an entire company to do something different.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, like, well, translation. You, the hardcore fans that bullied this, you owe them like $2 million just for this new animation style and cut it.
I mean, I hope that the people who worked on this really got paid, and I hope that it pays off for them. Like, because we know crunch and burnout are a real thing, and they suck, and I guarantee that happened.
VFX studios are treated like shit. Honestly, like people don't know. I remember a story about that Netflix Jungle Book movie. Some of the people who did the most extensive CGI work weren't even credited.
Oh boy.
And that sucks. I hate that.
Yeah, so like Ray said and like Josh said, I hope they get credit. I hope they get paid well. I hope they got the extra push, and I hope the studio Paramount did the best they can. And hopefully these people, once they're done animating this, because it's supposed to still come out on the same release date. It was not pushed still, and I'm shocked about. Hopefully they get a nice bonus and have a nice vacation. Because for you not to get your movie pushed for another 3 months and still try to get it on the same release date, God bless ya.
I just hope that this is the best video game movie yet. So
I kind of hope so too.
We had Detective Pikachu, so that was great.
I'm a Sonic kid as much as I like Pokemon, but so let's hope that this is good.
Oh yeah,
it looks the part now. Let's hope that it actually walks the talk. You know what I'm saying?
And
it's a somewhat passable kids movie. I guess, is that what we're looking for? Would you consider that?
Yeah, like it's a kid. Like if it's a decent kids movie, you know, I'm for it. You know, if it's got the Incredibles Pixar effect, you know, we're good.
Oh yeah,
we're good.
I'm also kind of noticing a little bit where Sonic's world or universe that he's in, you don't see a Tails or the other Sonic.
Sam,
we don't know that yet.
Sam, it's called sequel. It's called sequel. Once the movie comes out, it's a sequel. It's supposed to bring Tails and Knuckles. That's what happens.
Fucking Fern Gully is going to be the next one. We bet. Like, in terms of plot.
I'm just waiting for Shadows. That's my favorite character, Shadows. That's what I want.
That's gonna be like 2-3 movies afterwards. Way too much.
That's what I want to see, Shadows, and then I want to see the gems.
The chaos.
So you want to see Supersonic like I do?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
If I get to see Supersonic in a movie before I die, that'll be lit.
Yo, when I was watching Sonic X, once that trailer came out and I was actually enjoying that trailer, I started to watch Sonic X for 2 episodes, and then I started to watch Supersonic, and I was just happy watching Sonic X again and hearing that song. You gotta go fast. You gotta go faster, faster, faster. I love that song. That theme song is amazing.
For sure. We have hopes for Sonic the Hedgehog. Comes out in February 14th, Valentine's Day.
My wife actually asked to go see that on Valentine's Day, for the record, so we're going to go see it.
Oh, best wife right there. You heard it here, guys. Rayapollo, best wife out there.
I showed her the new trailer, and she was like, "Let's go see that on Valentine's Day." And I get, yes, let's go.
I got you. It's a date, babe. I got you.
The movie that works for Valentine's, so why not? All right, guys, let's move to our final news. Netflix and Nickelodeon have formed a multi-year deal to produce original animated feature films and television shows, based both on the Nickelodeon library of characters and well-known as well as new IPs.
I wish we had more news about streaming service today, like HBO or some type of Disney Plus, so we could call this episode of the podcast "Streaming Wars is happening." Because that's what it is, guys. It's happening, streaming wars. Because for Netflix to get Nickelodeon, the only thing I want out of this deal, just give me one thing I want. One thing, Nick, is give me a Danny Phantom reboot or sequel. That's all I want. A Danny Phantom reboot or sequel. That's all I want.
You're going to get 3 things. You're going to get SpongeBob.
I don't care.
You're going to get Invader Zim.
I don't care.
And you're probably going to get Danny Phantom.
That's the only thing I care about. I don't care.
By the way, how dare you say you don't care about Invader Zim?
I don't know why. I never got into it. I couldn't.
What is wrong with you?
A lot of things are wrong with me, but other than that,
Invader Zim Like I expect them to get. I don't know if does Nickelodeon have its own app.
Yes, it
No,
does.
it does.
Yeah.
I haven't even
Interesting.
heard of it.
So that means I don't think that they'll get the full catalog of SpongeBob and Invader Zim, but they'll get pieces of it that other places don't have.
Don't they have?
So,
Doesn't Netflix already have Invader Sim into their?
they
library?
have some Invader Zim, not all of it.
They
It's
don't
like an OVA Invader Zim. It's weird.
Oh,
But anyways, you guys noticed this was right around the time that Disney put.
oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's yeah.
Not a coincidence.
Oh no,
Well, I mean, that's because Disney Plus exists, and now there's this weird giant hand looming over the Netflix pot that's about to take everything back that they promised them and take it away.
So Nick has an app called Nick that has the shows, cartoons, and the videos. You can watch 4 episodes, SpongeBob and everything. You can catch any of their shows anytime. You can watch Invader Zim, and they have an Alvin and the Chipmunk show. I did not know that.
All this is about to be on Netflix.
Yeah.
I did not know there was an Alvin and the Chipmunks TV show. What the hell? Okay.
All of this is about to be on Netflix.
And there's a Nick Jr. as well, so it's pretty curious to know about this.
If they get the whole SpongeBob catalog, it's over. It's kind of a wrap because that's what some people care about.
If you guys see it, so Warner Brothers has HBO Max with Cartoon Network and Studio Ghibli films and licensed Crunchyroll and Verve, and then Netflix has Nick and then Disney Plus. All the 3 shows that used to go war before Disney, Nick, and Cartoon Network now has their own home of a streaming service. That's crazy.
Yeah, because who needs cable when you're willing to spend almost $100 for all these streaming services?
This is the new cable.
Well, think about it. Cable still could cost like $250.
It can.
That's true.
So this is still pretty cheap, all things considered.
Yeah, just at least it's more. You have more varieties and more freedom to watch whatever other shows and not what's on live TV. So
But I think this also. Let's be honest. This is also the push towards piracy. Like just so much shit. Like,
Oh yeah.
you're supposed to keep up to it. Have enough fucking money for food and stuff. It's like, might want to give your old friend Google Incognito a shot.
Definitely true. Definitely. You could go in private mode and definitely piracy. All the Mandalorian and Star Wars and Marvel TV shows that comes on Disney Plus that people can afford, or use your friend's password and say, "Hey, can I borrow your account? I want to go watch a TV show. I don't know piracy stuff." So definitely is this Nickelodeon stuff is pretty interesting. Netflix, good luck with whatever you're doing.
I mean, they did bring themselves and they did borrow more money, and like I guess this is what they did, what they spent on this Nickelodeon library.
Also, this does make sense because Netflix is producing the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action TV show, and they're getting licensed by Nick as well. So this does make more sense that they actually had this in the vault as well. So I wonder if there's been a plan in the works now, if you actually think about it.
I think it would need to be on the plan of the works to have a multi-year deal.
Yeah,
So if it's like a quick 1 month meeting that's been incognito and only like one series has been on Netflix that's originally in Nickelodeon, usually those last for like most 3 years. But for a multi-year, you have about 5 to 10 years.
Oh yeah, so this is a big plan that probably been in the works, so I'm very happy about them.
There are 2 worlds when it comes to content. There's the stuff that's announced, and there's the stuff that everybody's fighting on.
That's definitely true. That's definitely true. One last thing that we don't have the news that just dropped today, that in the next week in the Weekly Shonen Jump, there's an announcement for Jujutsu Kaisen, and it's also on the cover. So a lot of people are discussing there's going to be an anime. Anybody else disagrees or something, or also believe will be an anime announcement, even though Jump Fest does next month? I don't know, why couldn't they wait?
The Fest announcement is going to be one of those stupid things. You got it. We're gonna have more. We're gonna have the actual announcement there, right? Because it's right at the end of the year. We're so close. This is just what they did.
I mean, like, wasn't there also rumors that Jujutsu Kaisen was gonna get an anime and the whole Stereo Period was going to do them?
Oh no, that's just fake news. That's just fake news. That's not real.
Yeah, I saw someone like expose like this is not real. This is all fake and stuff. And I know that because
Who starts this shit?
People like to start it because of how Studio Peria was handling Bleach and Naruto at the same time years ago. So it could be happening as well with Boruto, Black Clover, and Jujutsu Kaisen at the same time. Who knows? I just hope it gets the treatment that Demon Slayer got in one season. Beautiful animation like it deserved. Like beautiful animation like Jujutsu Kaisen has beautiful art. So hopefully it does that. So that's one thing that I want to bring up since it just came out very very recent before we talk about it next week, but most likely it should be dropping next week. The news, so we can talk about so we can officially talk about it on the next episode. But yeah,
hopefully it's not Studio Dean. So.
Oh yeah, because Studio Dean is doing a horrible job with 7 Sins, so hopefully it's not them at all.
Oh yes, for sure.
It's okay, but I would not trust them.
Yeah.
Not with the main one.
Nope. Sorry, dude. Studio Dean, you messed up one of the good animes.
You done messed up, AA Ron.
So, give it to like Studio Mappa, or if it's really lucky, it's really good, very good. Have it for Wit Studio.
Or
I trust Wit Studio.
Or maybe Studio IG. Studio IG also does a good job with their stuff as well.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of talk about. Okay, I don't personally. I don't think it's gonna happen.
But let's see.
I mean, all right, guys. Let's move out to our outro. Ray, Josh, could you please give us your plugs?
Well, Josh, as our guest, tell the people where they can find you.
Like your Twitter, your Discord, wherever you are.
Yeah, I'm not having much going on at the moment. Find me at Volker's Time on Twitter if you want to. Please, I'm gearing up to do a web serial. I hope to have the first set of chapters out by the end of the year. If you want to hear what it's about, always tweet me and I'll explain the plot to you. All you need to know is it's fantasy, and it's going to. I plan for it to be very long, substantial. Also, going to be opening Patreon for it. So, yeah, I'm going to see how that goes. Also, I'm on Discord. Graphic Danger hashtag.
Cool.
Okay. Cool.
So,
Nice.
Awesome. And again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming on and talk with us. You know, we love to talk about this stuff, so it's always nice to talk with other people about it. So, yeah.
It was fun.
But hey, internet, you know me. I'm your boy, Rayapollo, Rayapollo, no space. Well, you get a creepy clown, and you don't want a creepy clown, all right? Nobody does, except maybe James. He likes creepy clowns, but that's different. So I want you to come find me on Twitch. Rayapollo.tv will take you directly to my Twitch channel. Starting this weekend, we're playing Jedi Fallen Order and Pokemon Shield, and we're going to have a good time. So I'll see you around. Let's talk about some Pokemon anime, and maybe we can talk about the manga. Who knows? So, yeah.
And yeah, guys, follow me at LegendyVash, IG, Twitter. Follow Anime Lately on Twitter as well at @AnimeLately_. Definitely, guys, give us that follow. And also, follow us on twitch.tv/Anime Lately, where we will be playing Pokemon Shield, not Sword. We're choosing Shield here because of the rise of the Shield hero. We definitely gotta, protect our man Nafumi. But I will not be playing Star Wars. I will be watching Ray playing his Star Wars, the Fallen Jedi. So definitely that. But other than that, Sam, take it away and finish it off.
Anime Geeks, we want to know your thoughts about this podcast. If we're doing a good job, give us a 5-star review on iTunes so that one day we would have some ads and sponsors to help this podcast keep going. And if you write a review for us on iTunes, we'll give you a shout out. We'll answer whatever question you have on the podcast, and I'll give you our honest answers. We will not hold back. Any questions are available. Also, make sure you follow and support our social media platform of Facebook, Twitch, and Patreon at Anime Lately, and our Twitter and Instagram at @AnimeLately_. We also have a YouTube channel as well where we do all manga, anime related reactions and review videos. So if you like what you see, give us a like on the video, comment down below, tell us your thoughts about those chapters or that episode, and touch that bell notification so you got a new video coming up, and press that subscribe button because you love us. We're good. We're doing the best we can. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for listening, watching, and hope you guys have a good one. Peace.
Bye.